Yeah. CB Rivals,
Let's go.
Welcome back, everybody. This is CB Rivals Podcast Season 4, Episode 2. And it is only the second episode because it is only the second episode of this season. We had one before the finals and now we're back again, right in between seasons. It's still 4 or 5 months away, but we are here to talk about everything that happened the last couple of weeks and also today, because there's some hype news coming in hot from the presses. But before that, I gotta introduce the man right beside me and will also join me for the finals. So unsteady!
Red Man, the Unsteady Boys in the freaking house. So good to see you guys. What's happening? What's happening, man?
It's all good, it's all good. How have you been doing after all the hype from the finals?
Oh man, I was just so happy after the finals. Everything worked out perfectly fine. It was just so lovely to cooperate with you. I was a little bit stressed coming into the finals with a legendary CB to cast some legendary matches, but I'm so pleased with the result. It went great, and I've just been having a really great time, man.
Yeah, absolutely. The finals was amazing, and not gonna lie, it just was so cool. We had so many stuff prepared as well. We had the Dr. Drayton special analysis videos. We had like clips prepared. We had a whole introduction, intro, everything. Interviews with the teams and everything else. The medley, of course, super hype. Check it out on YouTube. All links will be in the bios and whatnot. Of course, the podcast available on YouTube, Spotify, and also all the other ones. If it's not there, make sure to let me know. We'll make sure it gets on your preferred medium also. Awesome finals as well, to be honest. We even got special players joining us today, and it is no one else but Fauss, the crown meme player, the clown of the community. But to be honest, he's a pretty cool player, a pretty cool captain at some point as well, to be fair. Yeah, this is some story you have to hear, Steady. Let Grandpa tell you what happened in CB Rivals history. So, welcome Fauss, and final note also, even the podcast tried to bench you for a couple of weeks, and even just now my driver timed out, had to reinstall the whole thing, but we made it, so welcome Fauss.
Welcome, brother. By the way, I sent you a message last time.
Oh, let me check it out once again.
Man, that was so ridiculous.
That's perfect. We're good to go here. We're good to go. We can get you off the bench and into the podcast and introduce you. So Fauss, I made a little introduction, but for those who don't know you, tell me how the hell you found Conqueror's Blade and became a player.
I mean, many of the players don't know me. Still, it's fine. I'm used to being no name. I mean, I played since season 6, I guess. In U4 at first, and then U1. I played 2 seasons for YSO series. At the beginning, I was the shot caller for the first 2 scrims. It didn't end up well, and then Greece took the lead again. It was terrible, anyway. And then in season 3, we finished the season at 4th place above Point Guard. It was pretty crazy at the end of the season.
Yeah, that was quite surprising, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, many players thought that season 3 was kind of boring because no bitches was actually pretty crazy until they faced us.
Whoa.
Yep. That was the only upset in that season, to be honest. For those who don't know, Plebs had been dominating 3 seasons in a row at season 0, season 1, season 2. You were playing on Love and Devotion. Rinky and Grease stepped down. You became the team captain, if I remember correctly. Only for a few matches, because then you got benched as team captain, had to be a player. First time you got benched, I guess.
Yes.
and then, like you said, at the end of the season, totally unexpected, because you guys were not so serious, at least that's what you said back then. But you were the only team able to knock off a game of no beaches and made them sweat for it a little bit at the end. So that was pretty good.
Definitely.
And now this season, man, what happened?
This season we know that we were gonna be better than ever from last season, because last season we did not start very well. We lost against Odin's Legion, Yabadi, etc., etc. And then we started our progress in Pond Guard match. We took the attack from them, and then we defeated Argonauts last season 2-0. It was also kind of an upset. I don't know what people think, but I stated there before. I always thought Argonauts is a great team, but I always thought that YSO series was better than them. But it's not gonna change the fact that Argonauts is a solid team, you know. But
Absolutely.
then we faced no bitches. It's like a do or die match because I mean, many people thought that we were gonna survive. We were trying to survive the relegation, and then like no bitches. When the no bitches match was gonna happen, like everyone was like 2-0. There's no way. Like no bitches too strong. But you know, it was Kurak map, Kurak Redux attack favored. We got it. It was pretty fast actually, faster than I expected. I thought it was gonna be closer
Yeah.
than that. But then, I mean, it was a very fast attack for us. We were very happy, I can tell you that. And then we through the defense. I don't even want to talk about that. We were actually very close to defeat them. But at least we ended their 100% win streak. That's a W for me.
Yeah, exactly. That was a big W. Like I was shouting at the top of my lungs back then. That's for sure.
Was
Yeah.
WSS pretty much the same members as we saw this season, or did a couple of things change?
No. Even in the season 3, some players left. We got some additions, Greece did some recruitments, and we became a solid team already. In season 4, some players already left or didn't play at all. Some people joined us and then they left as well. But before the season starts, we had a solid roster in the beginning. I wasn't there at first because I had exams, so I missed first 2 matches already. I was benched there. But I mean, our team was pretty solid. We got some recruitments from Odin's Legion. You know, Akabuk, for example. He joined us this season.
Legend.
Yeah, he was pretty solid. I mean, he was one of the players that I liked in Odin's Legion. He was pretty underrated, and he showed that he's like, that's why he's pretty underrated. He's very good. He's a very good player. And then throughout the season, Ruffle joined. Ruffle, also another Odin's Legion player. Drayton joined, another Odin's Legion player as well. Like,
yeah, good. You basically got all my co-casters, I guess, like Ruffle, Drayton. What were you doing? Stealing all of my team members, mate?
I don't know about Drayton and Ruffle. They were probably Andrulban's idea, but I talked with Akabuk. I convinced him to join the team, and he pretty enjoys playing in here.
Yeah.
Hey, they made a little bit of space for the unsteady boy to jump in with a casting.
Ooh, that's
You know,
exactly.
a little bit of
Who knew that this was the biggest roster swap of CB Rivals Season 4, right?
Who knew? Oh, dude, indeed, man, the biggest roster switch. But let me ask you this, Fauss. How do you go about finding new members mid-tournament, you know, and like getting them up to date with the team and getting them to work well with the team?
I mean, I don't know about that actually. I only know about Akabuk because I talked to him personally, and then he decided to join. He enjoyed here. I don't know about Ruffle and Drayton. It was probably Andrulban's idea. I don't know, but they also seem to enjoy playing here. That's what I know from my experience. So I mean, the additions were pretty cool, bro. Like, I see some teams. It's not a trash talk, by the way. I see some teams who try to bring some good players in here and expect to have success in their first season, but it's not like that, bro. Like you can't bring 15 players immediately and expect.
We saw that with Legend, I think, right? I mean, Legend started really strong, like all really good players.
I didn't say that. I did not say Legend.
But we can say that. I mean, it's pretty safe to say that, Fauss. Okay, if you don't say it, then we will say it. Because Legend started really strong. They were the first team to beat No Beaches 2-0, right? Round 2 already. Everybody was like, what? What's going on here? And of course, No Beaches saying that they weren't taking the season as seriously, but it's still No Beaches, right? And they're still like super good. And at the start of the season, they probably had as much stream time as any other team. And Legend won, and now they ended up 6th placed, lost to Organautes. So, I mean, pretty big roster at the start of the season, and then they definitely like lost their hype. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
and no Beaches ended up making it to the finals as well, man.
Yeah.
They were just as strong as ever. They showed immense strength throughout every single match.
Yeah, totally. I think so as well. I mean, so let's go a little bit to the finals, Fauss. I mean, I'm actually looking back at the MVP stuff because I know that you were almost always at top 5. I think some players maybe were surprised a little bit there because you got pretty good scores. I think the last game you dropped the ball a little bit. You weren't too happy about your performance there, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play too much games.
Mhm.
I mean, like I said, I don't mind if I become the MVP or not. Like it's just about winning. Like I was on bottom as well when we won some games, especially yeah, buddy. I mean, I was on the bottom, but I mean, doesn't matter. We took a game from them as well.
Yeah, true,
Like,
true.
it was pretty true.
Were you
Yeah, I
there
mean-
for the scrims though? Like, were you participating?
I
quite
missed
bit?
a lot, bro. I missed a lot due to my exams. I missed at least first 3 matches, and then I came back. Like, and then I started to grind.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I found my spot again, thanks to Andrulban. Such a giga chat, brother.
Another
I mean-
legend.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like already top 2 shot caller already. That's my opinion, but yeah, top 2 shot caller already. He's
Yeah.
just too good.
I like that. What you're saying. I mean, we also had him join in the stream as well before the finals game, so that was good to have him for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely. I mean, where were we at? The season 4. So yeah, we had a solid roster at the beginning of season 4. I wasn't there, and then I joined, and then Ruffle joined, Drayton was there. We started to find our starting point. I think it was buddy match. It was Heilung Fjord. I mean, everyone was talking about how we went 0-8 in scrims and took a game from buddy. I mean, it was actually I think for me it's the starting point, but I always thought that we could do it. I mean, that's what I was thinking. But then, yeah, it's like we showed people that it wasn't luck at all. Like we just know how to play at one point. And then, yeah, we forced it to the playoffs, like the tie-break game first. I didn't play. I wasn't good in scrims, not gonna lie. We won. We played very good.
Yeah, that was pretty convincing. Like 2-0, go to live, going to the second bracket, and you guys going to the first bracket. It's pretty clear. And then you had to face Argonautas, right?
Argonauts. Yeah, Argonauts quarterfinals. I did not play the first 2 games. I played the field game. It was very intense, and I was watching with Nami, I guess, and I was fuming actually, and I was so sad at the same time. Like, we could do this, guys. We could do this, and then I joined the field game. We had a very good sally out at first. Like, we just started with Kev. It was very funny actually, and it was very good.
I think the field battles end up being so much more stressful, right? Like, you gotta sort of make up your tactics on the spot and just react to whatever's happening. Anything goes there. So it was fun to watch as well.
Yeah, because no attacking site, no defending site. One point is always closer to you, and then there's B point.
Yeah.
So it's different. But then, yeah, in Argonauts game 3, like, okay, we made it to the semifinals, and I think we will be able to do this better this time. And then, yeah, no bitches game happened. We were actually confident, like, we knew we could do this. It was so intense, the ending. If you guys watched Atomic Yan's video, you will see it. See the ending of the defense. It was crazy, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know how to tell you, how to explain. Like, I mean, many people talked about why so serious tied with no bitches, why so serious no bitches rivalry. I mean, I never looked at it that way, and I don't think there was a rivalry at all, because I mean, yeah, no bitches better, but we are also a good team. And then we tied with them again in the first 2 games. Like, we won the defense this time.
Yeah. Well, but that's the thing, Fauss, right? I mean, you guys, again, as you said before, you guys were the only team to take off a game when No Beaches was at their peak. And that already creates this idea that, oh, why so serious? Also, the only team with, what was it, 4 ties during the Swiss stage, or 3 ties?
Oh my god.
That's crazy. Who was it that said, was it Andrew Ban who said we have to rename to Tie So Serious now?
Yeah, dude!
I mean, that was a pretty good one as well. But I mean, and that made it, I think, pretty realistic that if any team was going to get a game of No Beaches, like either attack or defense, right? Because the map is always a little bit favored to one side, you guys would be able to pull it off. So do you think that in any way all the ties also helps you to maybe gain a little bit of advantage for the match against No Beaches?
I mean, it causes underestimation. I think I have the wording correct. I mean, at one point they will underestimate you, and then you shock them again. By the way, for the Taiso series stuff, I think it was Overdog's idea first, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, it was funny actually. Taiso series, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look,
the
you
fun
gotta
thing about,
face the situation with humor, right? Like you can't be too serious about it, man.
Yeah,
And you guys
that's
gave us
the
great
irony.
memes.
Well, that's the irony, bro. Like, the team's name is Vaiso series, but we take it pretty serious.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
Well,
that's-
I'm pretty sure that you guys were screaming the most, to be honest.
Yeah, no bitches, yeah, buddy, all sorts of teams. Doesn't
Yeah, right.
matter. We like to scream, anyway. I mean, I enjoyed screaming
Mhm.
because the team environment is very good, bro. Like we joke to ourselves, we insult ourselves, and we don't take serious at all. The only thing we take serious is the game, the screams.
Ah, but that's
Because,
good.
I mean, you can criticize people, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, many people criticized me, and I'm fine with it as
Yeah.
long as I'm improving.
Yeah, I
That's-
definitely want to talk more about that because you've been a pretty big guy, I think, in like surviving in a community where there can be a little bit of toxicity sometimes, and you seem to almost thrive in it and just make fun of it. I mean, your picture that you're using, for those who aren't watching, make sure to watch it because it is Underban, right? We put it together, you said, and it's like a combination of your face and the
Padbok.
Joker. Oh,
Padbok,
Padbok,
yeah.
Padbok. All right, Padbok. Shout out to you for putting it together. So we're gonna see more of this, I'm pretty sure. But
Yeah, definitely.
ho-
Do you see
so-
lemonade? Do you see the lemonade in there?
yeah, for sure. What is in your drink there?
Yeah, it's not what I'm drinking. Like, my nickname is also Lemonade Boy.
Mm.
So they like
Oh,
pumping,
so they
shut up.
so they
They
put
like
it in as
shut
well.
up and they be like shut up and shut up Fauss and bring me my lemonade. please." That's what they say. So I mean it's all jokes, man.
Nice, nice,
And
nice.
like I said, I mean criticism is important, and I mean as a guy who stayed in the bench for a long time, I mean I can understand, and people should understand. They shouldn't get mad when they get benched. They should joke about it and move on. It's just a game, but if you want to win, I mean it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and this is something, I mean, we're always joking with you guys, Why So Serious, and especially you, Faust. And we have to talk more about how you handle that. But the way you approach the game and also like the whole team atmosphere, I think it's so cool to listen to you because, and to be honest, I want to give you praise for that as well because Love and Devotion, for those who don't know it, exactly, hype to Love and Devotion, and also Why Serious, because Love and Devotion started in season 0, the first season of CB Rivals, and back then the team like got 0 wins, I think, I'm pretty sure. They even lost a game to Triarchy, the team that I played on, and we also had 0 wins until we won one against Love and Devotion. So it's like you guys came from the lowest of the low in a competitive play, and then you managed to almost make it to finals in one of the most competitive seasons of CB Rivals. So it's like pretty crazy, and to be able to stick together with so many like familiar faces it's just really cool to see.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. Like it's super competitive. For example, No Bitches defeated Yabadi in Kurak 2-0, and then Yabadi defeated them in finals 3-0. One-sided. It's crazy. So what did you ask? Like how?
So okay, we're gonna go to the finals because it was crazy finals. We have to talk about it in a little bit. But first, like, how do you find this like mental state of being able to thrive in the community where it can be so toxic? It can be so many memes about. There were so many memes about you, and I mean, there's so many people who like are the center of memes and stuff, and at some point maybe they cross a line, but you seem to always be able to take it not too seriously and make a joke about it.
I mean, it's just a game, but I mean, I also posted so many memes. People made memes about me. Even I made memes about myself because it's just about laughing and getting over it. I mean, I don't understand why people get too mad about one game. I mean, I played the game a lot. I cared about the game a lot, but at the end, it's just a game. And I mean, if I don't get, criticized, I mean, how am I gonna get better? And if people do not, I mean, if my teammates do not make fun of me, I mean, how am I gonna have fun? Why so serious?
And just being in a team like that, man, you just get an advantage over most players in the game. Just having the experience of competing on such high levels, playing against the best players, screaming, it just puts you in a different mental state in the way you approach the game. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. There were tension, some points. I mean,
Of course.
a lot of tension because you know you play competitive. But when you get the results, I mean, you laugh at it, you have fun, and then move on. I mean, yeah, we were so pissed at No Beaches series. We were actually very close, but you know, we were like, we still have a place match to go. You know, we still have a third place match to go. If we cannot make it to the finals, let's win the third place. Let's win the third place match.
And it was
next-
pretty intense as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
It kind of got intense at the start there, man. Early on, actually, Nice Try managed to get a win over you guys. Tell me a little bit about what went on the channel when this happened, because it was quite brutal, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was our first. I mean, we had a chance to improve, and we had a chance to improve our standings. You know, last season fourth place. So like, let's win and get
Yeah,
the third place,
right.
and then
It counts.
next season go for the finals. That's what we planned. So yeah, I mean, we played the game, thinking that we were gonna be the third place, and we did it. I mean, yeah, the defense was pretty close. I mean, but then, I mean, Nice Try got the 8 point, and then yeah, we lost the attack. We won it, and then the defense in third game was even better. We defended the 8 point pretty well. I mean, they were gonna capture it at one point. It's not like it was close. We knew that they were gonna capture point a lot, and then we were like, we can still, you know, retake. And we showed that we can retake our points when they were taken. Like, we are good at defending, but we are also good at retaking. So I think that's what we showed in third game, our second defense. And then the attack, yeah, the attack was very good. Like, our rotation on attack was pretty crazy. I mean, first it was even better than the first attack we had against them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that last one was really fun because it was also very close, and you guys were coming in from all sides and stuff. And I think at some point you and two other players were having like Kev out, I think, and one of you was suiciding and stuff, and it looked
Yeah.
very dicey. Yeah.
I mean, my Kev was pure int. Like, I got made fun a lot. but I mean, we were still able to kill one guy, and with his meltdowns, I was like, you know what? I'm going to int. Let's win this.
Yeah.
You guys can win this. And the funny thing is, after the game, I was like, guys, I gave the call of me gonna go int. I'm gonna go for the Rattans to take the aggro. And they were like, Fauss, we did not hear you at all. We just thought that you were gonna int. I mean, it was still pure int because I failed. It was still an int because I failed like terribly. But I mean, the other 14 players carried that final push on base. And then
Well, and
we-
one of the things that stood out in that final game was definitely the Falconettis, like the shotgun Falconettis to push in. I'm looking at it right now as well. I mean, that was such a crazy play, and it was also who was playing the Falcos again? Because it was one of was it
I think it was
Falcos or
Andro.
Androban?
I think it was Andro.
I think it was
I don't
Androban,
know.
right? Yeah, let me check. Because like the funny thing was we were talking before the game about how Androban as the team captain or one of the shot callers was always sitting at the bottom. Like whenever you would look at the post game stats for Why So Serious, Androban was sitting like bottom 3. And in this like last game for you guys of the season, you had to step it up, blah blah blah. And then he pulls out the Falconetti, fires them at the front line, like just like balls to the walls, and then he just like takes the MVP and stuff. It's just such a good story, right?
All out, man.
Yeah.
Pure
So cool.
Andrulban has a saying for this. He was like, if I am the MVP, something is terribly wrong with the team, guys. So don't let me be the MVP. If I'm MVP, something is terribly wrong, guys. Don't do that again. Like, we have to rewatch it and see what we are doing wrong. Like, and the thing is, he is right. Like, he's right about this actually.
But overall, like the first two matches that you guys played, like in the finals, were pretty intense, man. Actually, pretty intense. Like your first attack. So you lose the first defense, then you attack, and it was actually pretty damn close, man. You were up 100% on the units, so they had like 70, you had 140. But still, both of you guys, both of the teams had pretty They were pretty low on units, and it just kind of ended up being a hero fight. So it was fairly intense, man. After that, things changed a lot, but it was such an insane start to the night, honestly, man. I thought we were going
Yeah.
to see 5 matches.
I mean, yeah, first two games were pretty close, and
Yeah.
then last two games we played like we got better during the series and
for sure.
did better actually.
Mm.
But I mean, Nice Try is a team who's not screaming at all, and
Mhm.
if they scream, another final contender. No, I mean I have no doubt about that.
Mhm.
Nice Try is a good team. Even without scrims, they made it to the third
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, for sure.
Third,
Like,
third place match.
yeah, it's
Imagine.
crazy. Like, nice try what you said. They weren't screaming, and they were our team led by Machuca, and he was the team captain from. Oh, I forget the name now, but they won the Rustic division like the season before.
Yeah.
And they played so insanely good. They had like a player like Yan on Dual Blade who was like, I think, at least making so many kills. Like I was very excited for him to play against like a player like Amya. But sadly he didn't play this season. But for sure, like Nice Try, so many skilled players from Turkish teams, and you
Yeah.
also told me somewhere that it felt weird to play against like fellow Turkish players, right?
Yeah. For example, Reis, he's my abi. Like, I respect him a lot. And I mean, I didn't want to play against him. And he DM'd me like, I will focus on you. I will focus on you. Like,
That's what friends do.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. I mean, we're not like friends because he's like very. I mean, he's older than me. Like in Turkey, we call them abi. It's like older brother. He's like old. I love him a lot. I respect him a lot. Tevfik abi öpüyorum ellerinden. I had to say this to him. Like,
sure.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, we won, and I mean, we are pretty proud of being the third place. I mean, and now No Bitch is disbanded.
Mhm.
I think.
So you're technically second now.
Yeah, we technically became. I mean, yeah, we technically became the contender, the for the title.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. Like, I'm looking forward to the next season. We'll hope to get it like somewhere September, October. We'll talk more about it later because we had a big announcement today from my games as well. But before that, let's talk about the final. But so you guys were the perfect warm-up match for like Yeah Buddy, No Beaches, another like great rivalry. Like you said, No Beaches already beaten Yeah Buddy in round 4 of the Swiss stage this season, and No Beaches had to take that win because if they didn't get that win against Yeah Buddy, they were actually like at the brink of elimination for 6th place. Like, it would all depend on that last round for them. They probably would be able to get in still, but that match against Yeah Buddy on round 4 was very important for No Beaches, and they also posted a voice comm where they were shouting really loud and happy that they got the win. So it was pretty clear that No Beaches were still in the race and they wanted to win for sure. And then of course Yeah Buddy, the team with players from former Kebabs, very good team, very skilled players, and then joined by Dunkel, one of the like strategist guys from Plebs, Triple Crown, against No Beaches with both, of course, Amya, but then also led by Matchin and Temple Shot, who was also joining No Beaches. So like, if there's an esports anywhere else, you would want like all these names and all these storylines, and we had those for the final, right? So just to set you up, if you haven't watched it, go watch it back, and if you have watched it, watch it again, because it was insane. And then we had the finals, and Fauss, how did you look at it? Because it was pretty crazy.
I mean, I thought it was gonna be 3-2. I thought it was gonna go to field, but
We were all hoping.
3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean everyone was watching, and then 3-0, bro. Like, what is going on? I mean,
Just like that, right? It was crazy.
I actually wanted No Bitches to win because of Zarvan. He was playing there, so I was like, I hope No Bitches wins. But I mean, Yeah Buddy dominated the whole series. I mean,
Oh, Fauss got benched. Pretty sure he got benched just now. His voice went out.
respect to Yeah Buddy.
Oh,
They
yeah,
looked
back.
very good.
For sure, respect to Yeah Buddy. We lost you for like 5 seconds there, Fauss. So
Oh, okay.
but you came back with respect for Yeah Buddy, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good
That's
intro
what
again.
counts.
But so, how do you guys? I mean, and Steady, like what we were watching, we were surprised, right? I mean, we expected some strategies on like on Gloire based on what we had seen and what we had prepped, but we didn't expect what we saw, I think.
Dude, first of all, let me say I was really that was my plan. Like I was really hoping for it. It was gonna be insane, but we got served something totally different. And you're totally right that we came into La Grande Gloire with totally different expectations from what we ended up seeing. Yeah, buddy, were so dominant in their ways, and specifically, I really want to talk. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that last game they had, we saw some really crazy movement around the map, dude. Like we saw fights playing out in spots that people usually ignore, and these guys just set up their whole tactic around the weird spots, you know, underneath the tunnel and all that.
Yeah, it was pretty different. You know, I don't think we strats like this. I cannot remember, but yeah, but they did very different rotations, and it worked for them actually. And they looked very clean with those rotations. Not gonna lie, and it paid off. It worked for them. They got the title 3-0. And I think they got the element of being having unexpected strategies, I guess, because it was pretty unexpected, even when we were watching.
Totally. I mean, what Study said as well. We saw strategies we had never seen before. We played around the castle, around the church. They were flanking from two sides. They really took it to the next level. Also, they were like engaging one fight, threatening to engage the other, but not engaging it because they felt they had an advantage in the one. Where normally you would see teams like clash all at the same time, right? And yeah, buddy, they were so crazy coordinated, it was so good, and they were taking advantage of all these little things. And even when at some point we thought No Beaches was gonna take the A at the attack, yeah, buddy was able to like keep the point alive just a little bit, just enough, and then you could see all their reinforcements come in just a little bit quicker. And they would also have like a couple CAF players at the outside. They would always be like interrupting the supply lines from No Beaches. They were doing it like crazy smart. It was so interesting to look at. I guess at some point I would really like to have someone who knows more about the game than we do make like a strategy video about what actually happened in those fights, because it was so good.
And of course, Dankel, if you remember, like when we talked to him, he was saying that there's not too many calls and shouting going on in their comms. Everybody knows exactly what the role is. So all he says is, it's time for this, or it's time for that, and everybody just reacts to it. You don't even have to elaborate, we don't have to discuss anything about it. Everyone is a machine in there, and they just operate, man. So these guys really show what it means to play as a team. Insane.
Yeah, I agree.
It actually is.
And I can't talk about Yeah Buddy without actually saying Yeah Buddy! Lightweight, baby! Man. For you guys that don't know, Yeah Buddy's is
Ronnie Coleman,
Ronnie Coleman, the legendary Ronnie Coleman.
Big fan there. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to say, now that I started shouting, bro, there's a montage by Gaba.
Oh, yeah.
Which is playing in Yeah Buddy, and you can see a lot of the stuff that happened throughout the matches, throughout their journey in this season. And there's actually quite a few moments from the casts, and of course the legendary ending to season 4, where we just like lost our nuts in the end. The guys were going crazy, climbing on walls. Like, it was so fun, man.
Yeah,
it was
for sure.
So fun.
And that's the other thing. Yeah, Buddy was also a team. Like, the climbing on the walls and the ladders was also a meme about a game from them against No Beaches, where they totally threw it, trapping themselves, getting trapped on the ladders, and then ho-ho kicking everybody down. So they were for sure making fun of themselves as well. That was really fun, absolutely.
That was
to be honest, like you called it from Gaba, you called it a montage video. I would actually call it more a bit of a documentary. It was so insanely well put together. It was for 25 minutes, like pure joy for if you were a Conquest Blade fan or even just the esports fan. I think such a great journey that he put together. It was really amazing.
Indeed, really well done, and you're totally right, man. This is such a great idea. Maybe if we could get Maybe we could get Dunkel in here to maybe talk us through a couple of stuff, you know, like maybe educate us a little bit, because I definitely know I need a little bit of education, man.
We're gonna need some. We're gonna need some. Yeah, and maybe we can get someone good. Do we know someone who's good at editing stuff and making montages and videos? I'm pretty sure we can find someone. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, man, this is totally out of the blue, but we talked about Dr. Drayton a couple of times in the call here. But I just want to mention the insane amount of work and the great result with the analysis. It was such a cool idea. It was so lovely that he did it, and I really hope that he's gonna do it again for the upcoming seasons. For anybody that doesn't know, check out the CB Rivals channel. You can find the analysis about the finals teams right there. Yeah. It was just such a cool idea overall, and of course, big ups to you, CB, for going ahead with the CBR song, man. Are you insane? Yeah, we even have our own track, dude. What?
Yeah, it was insanely good. Like when I was producing it together with the rapper.
Yeah.
When he sent me the first samples, I was sitting in the car, like driving to my parents, and I was like just listening for it non-stop for an hour. I was just like, oh, yeah, buddy, back at it again. It was so good.
Such a cool idea, man.
That's
Honestly,
so
big
fun.
ups to you for doing it. It just goes to say how much passion you have for what you're doing and the amount of effort that goes into it.
Yeah,
so
thanks,
honestly,
man.
big ups to you.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
the rest of the
Yeah,
team.
I mean, now that we're at it, I mean, Fauss on the break, so anyway. But for sure, shout out to Drayton. It was great putting that together. You also helped with the voiceover. Like, perfect voice, man. Like, lovely. Just for that, you gotta listen to it. Even if you don't understand a word of it, just listen to the voice. It's wonderful. But yeah, for sure. And then Valkyrie, of course. I mean, Krista Valkyrie putting this all like cinematically together and creating the trailer, another hype trailer for sure. Also all the overlays, like that guy is just the best ever that happened to Conqueror's Blades for sure. And then I have Bruder Rita was helping me this season with all the backstage stuff because I'd been busy with work a little bit more. So I was actually really lucky to be able to do the finals with you because I've been off for it this season for so much. And then we have Silver. I don't think many people know, but Silver, another player, he has been creating like tons of bots. The band bot, for example, that we're using with the captains works perfectly, like absolutely perfectly. And he's been doing lots of work on the Discord with the rules and everything. Yeah, and then we have Blackwing. He put together the free agents team, which was a lot of fun. So yeah, like so many guys that did so much for CB Rivals this season, and that's another thing, right? I mean, we see the level increasing every season, I think. We see more new players joining as well. Some old players, of course, taking retirement or like just stepping out of the game for a couple seasons, and then often they come back. But we see more new players come in, more new teams, and yeah, just a lot of fun. And the level on all sides is increasing and getting better. So good stuff. Yeah.
I'm just gonna piggyback off what you just said. You just mentioned that a lot of new players and old players are coming back. Maybe we have a good reason to expect all the new players to come back to the game from now on. What do you think?
I think there might be a chance. Yeah. I know that one player is gonna have to come back at some point. Because I just heard that he deleted the game, so Fauss, we need your opinion on this one. But yeah, for sure, so I'll allow you to talk about it, but I think you're also mentioning that My Games is stepping down June 4th, and we got Poros stepping up, and then from what I heard, through the grapevine, I heard that Booming is gonna get more involved in the whole scene, and they're doing more esports, so might be good for us. Who knows?
Oh
Yes,
man,
definitely.
the future is bright. But what's the date of the change? When is it gonna happen?
Yeah, June 4th is what they announced. If you're on
June 4th.
June 4th,
Say
yeah.
it louder. June 4th. It's happening, you guys. Man,
it's
like-
gonna be International Celebration Day for Conqueror's Blade.
Sir.
I don't know, like all the things that we can expect, but the one thing that I have heard is that Nodachi is actually playable, man, in the Frontier version. Nodachi power is about to get down.
All right, let's mute this guy. Let's mute him, guys. Bench this player, please. Bench him.
Nodachi's united. Nodachi brothers, come on in.
All right, Fauss, we need your opinion on this one because we cannot have any more Nodachi players in this game.
Oh my god.
It's not only about Nodachi, it's about Asian spears as well. So
yeah. So tell us, because I've been hearing this from other teams as well who've been playing on Frontier, but you know more about it than we do. So tell us.
The biggest issue I heard from my game's version is the lag and stability issues. So the Frontier players do not have that. So the meta does not affect them at all because they can actually dodge. They can actually play with their like proper skill as a player. And but in my game's version, we rely on heavy armor meta like more. And now with the change, I think it's gonna change the meta in EU significantly as well, because I heard like some booming players do not understand why we are spamming heavy classes at all. Like it's probably because of not being able to dodge skills in my game's version. It's literally like almost impossible, but in booming you don't have those issues, I guess. And I watched some videos of Frontier players, especially some Nodachi mains, like they go crazy and like they can dodge, they can play at the same time. It's like playing League of Legends. Like it's literally like that. You can move, you can hit, you can sidestep, you can dodge, you can actually block the attacks better. So with the new publisher, and I mean they also claim that they will have better servers than my games. So if it happens, yeah, the way we play and the meta is gonna change significantly, I think.
It would be so interesting to see for sure, and I'm looking forward to it. There was one day where I tried like using VPN to get on the Asia server and play on it. I had like 300 ping, so it wasn't really playable. But it definitely felt smoother, even though there was terrible ping, of course. But even then, yeah, it just felt better for sure. So
it's hard for me to even imagine a smoother CB. Like I really do believe that the game is just gonna feel different, and surely it's just gonna attract a lot of players that might have stopped playing the game for a little while or took a break. So hopefully we're gonna have a lively community full of sieging, full of territory wars. Hopefully all the changes that they have been asking about what they would like to see, what the players would like to see changed in the game, hopefully we'll get to see some new stuff implemented and give a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, we're definitely in need of it, right? I mean, we see more and more players stepping out of the game. Pretty tired with how it's been for the past seasons, and there's been a lot of improvements. To be honest, like I'll be the first to say that the game has been getting like better. There's been more variety in the units that are being played, not in the classes maybe, but that might be what Fauss is saying about like not being able to dodge, and you need a heavy class to even survive, because or you have to be like Giga Chat and be able to predict every single thing. But there's been more units, more unit diversity, new units, of course still overpowered a little bit, but they often need like time to find out how they work, so there's a little bit more of a skill expression. And we also see with the community events like CB Rivals that we're getting a little bit more support, but it all needs like more and better. So for sure, hoping for many good changes, and yeah, looking forward to what Booming is gonna do in the next seasons that are to come. Yeah, because that's the other thing. Like this is actually the final season for my games that we are in right now.
Yeah, it is. Only 2 months remaining.
Yeah.
And then I mean, we also know they also gave information about how to move account. So like I don't think people's progression will be lost.
Yeah, no, that's what they said. They said that you were gonna keep everything. You had to make sure to move like stuff from inventory. If you bought anything to your in-game character, and then for Steam it would be automatically, and if you're playing on the My Game server you have to transfer it to the Pro server somehow, and then you're also going to get pop-ups in the game apparently, so it should all be pretty smooth, hopefully. Make sure to print screen your inventory though, because you never know, but yeah, it sounds like they know what's gonna happen. I'm just so curious to like hear maybe at some point like when they knew that they were gonna change, because for how long now has it been that people are saying when is it gonna change, like the publisher, and when is it gonna get better and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, well, if somebody can find out that kind of information, that's probably you, CB. So please do something about it, man. Give us the news. We're here for it.
I'll keep you updated in the next podcast. But yeah, I would like to know at some point. I'll try to like throw some lines, and we have pretty good contacts now, so we'll see.
Maybe we'll get to interview some people from my games. Who knows, man?
Yeah, sure.
With a final goodbye.
That would be a really good idea. I mean, the very first podcast I also did with my games community managers.
I mean, I don't think people will want to hear from them.
I don't know. I think there's definitely some pretty good community managers. We gotta give some props to some people. But yeah, my games as a business, from what I have learned with working with them, it's just a big business, and they're pretty slow in so many ways, and it's just what happens with corporations sometimes, and yeah. Just struggles.
Hey, maybe Booming will now give me content creator.
Yeah, at some point.
Man.
Well, you got the drops already, so what are you complaining, man?
Guys, yeah. Let me quickly address this. I think I'm the first streamer ever to get drops for CB without actually being content creator. So praise the freaking bread, man. This is a one of a kind situation. But yeah, I don't see me becoming content creator until the change.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Hopefully we're gonna have good communication with the new team.
Exactly. But that's also why I'm so curious about when they knew, because clearly they've been really busy. Like the content creator stuff, applications. There's so many guys who have been applying for months now and have not even gotten any response or anything like back. And we know that so many other stuff is also like getting delays often, and so I'm wondering like how much of it was already delayed or never gonna happen because they knew that they were going to transfer the whole thing to another publisher, right? So
true. By the way, I wanted to ask, do you guys like have any content creators that play on the Asian servers? Like, because I can't seem to find too much information on what's been going on with Frontier, and I'd be so interested, man.
For sure, yeah. There's definitely a couple. There's a couple on the YouTube that are doing like really cool like unit guide videos and how to play stuff.
From Frontier?
Yeah, from Frontier for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, please send me a link or something.
I'll send you.
We'll also post it below, in case there's more people like me.
Yeah, I'll try and find them and then put them in. But it's like Super Kitowich level videos basically. For those who don't know Super Kitowich, he's doing like horse videos where he compares every single horse like frame by frame, how fast they are, how fast they turn, how quick they are at accelerating, like every single thing that is there to know about the game. He finds out. It's really cool stuff. So yeah.
He puts in a lot of effort, man. His videos are honestly so great.
Yeah.
I mean,
so thank you, Super Kitowich, man.
Yeah. Let's keep this conversation on the tournament.
Yeah. Back. Okay, Fauss, you're a good podcaster, man. You should come back often.
I mean, this is my last time. I mean, I promised to give it earlier, and I was like, it got postponed. Like, we'll see.
But yeah, we're here now. So alright, so back to the tournament. Tell us.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about any other stuff during the tournament? I mean, let's keep it this way, because I mean, we clearly don't know we don't know enough about the ongoing situation. I mean, many people did not like my games, and they almost all of them are happy that my games is gonna be gone. And it's not like I'm being rude or anything. It's just because people got so pissed by my games a lot.
It just had to happen.
Don't like it.
That's what
it had to happen.
Yeah.
It was inevitable, actually. It was really inevitable. And now people seeing that Booming is taken over, people are happy. Like, I don't think any player that played this game will be upset that my game is not gonna be the publisher anymore. Like, we had so many issues on them, so many server issues in territory wars, in games, during the tournaments, etc. So people are gonna be happy, and people are already happy. Like, they're like, yes, finally. They were like, finally. So I don't think it's gonna be worse than my games, and it's gonna be better. But let's see how better, like how much better than my games.
Yeah.
And I think it's gonna be pretty good for the player base.
Mhm.
Many players will come back into the game, I think, because I know some players that quit the game just because of the server issues,
Exactly
ping
right.
issues. It's like 2024, and we still having simple issues about servers. So it's
Absolutely.
not that good.
Yeah, for
And
sure. And so Fauss, if you're dreaming, you're retiring now. You deleted the game. You're gonna come back in October, is what you told me. So looking forward to October, which is also when CBR should be restarting for season 5. So
I
around
hope
September,
you do.
right?
I
That's
hope
the
you
goal.
talk to them.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely. So what is the dream for you when you come back in September or October? You're gonna join with Why So Serious, that's for sure. You're gonna fight for the championship. So what are you dreaming of?
I'm not planning to play for any other team than Why So Serious because it's so fun. I mean, I know some players that regret they quit or they left the team.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, most of the players that stayed are happy with the results and they want to play more for this team.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an environment of, having fun, being respectful, having jokes and laugh and stuff. And and when you have success with those, I mean, people don't want to leave. And I heard that we are already full. I checked the aerial
Oh yeah, I
cup,
can imagine.
our roster, and we are already like 25.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's good.
And we got some other additions as well, and those additions are pretty cool. I mean, that's what I like about the team. I mean, we are not like, okay, those players are good, let's take them. Those players are good, let's take them. Let's change the entire roster. It's not about that. I mean, us not having ego on this game, or us not blaming ourselves like we are the best players, we are very good, we are good, like top tier, we will defeat anyone, etc. We do not have this mindset. We always have the mindset of, okay, we messed up, okay, let's work and let's solve those problems. And the thing is, most of our players are severely underrated. I mean, including me, I mean, many players, bro, like New Natural, Vatsal, I mean, Gris, Andrulban, Kizu, for example, Akabak, so many underrated players. And they think like, yeah, we are underrated, they don't talk about us, or we don't publish videos too much on YouTube, like, and they'll be like, maybe they are not that good enough. Like, no, we are simply very good team, and we are underrated.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I love what you're saying. Like, you guys are all gonna come back, you're gonna stick together as a team, you're gonna be improving, and I just hope that the community learns so much from your team, to be honest. It would be great if we can get more teams and players like joking around, having fun with the game, getting better while they're at it.
The fun thing
just
is,
stick together, right?
They will even make fun of me for doing this video.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Well. It's about, I mean, it's just fun. I mean, for the next season, finals apparently, because No Bitches is not here anymore. But even No Bitches, if they did not disband, I would still say we have a chance to defeat a top tier team to make it to the finals, because I mean, people know that we are pretty much capable of doing that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not disrespecting any other team, but we have, I mean, it's safe to say that we are almost as good as them.
Well,
so
I mean,
it's possible.
Absolutely, you took them to the field battle in the semi-finals of CB Rivals. You also almost made it to the first place battle. So you guys have a proven track record now, and I'm pretty sure that you guys are gonna come back even stronger. And who knows? I mean, next season of CBR is 5 months away. It's gonna be like September to November, most likely, depending on the season a little bit. But so it should be around that time after summer, and then a little bit of a break during Christmas holidays in the winter, and then new season in February, and then we're here again in March, April, and then lots of other events will happen. You also already mentioned Aerial Cup that's coming up for the first time. It's gonna be really cool. They've got an official esports organization for the first time in CB Congress-based history. There's an official esports organization who's willing to like commit their name to a team and to a cup as well. So that's really cool to see. It's another like step in the right direction for our esports dream that we have at CB Rivals. And I mean, that's for sure gonna attract more teams in the future. And who knows, maybe Collapse is gonna come back. They might be. Maybe No Beaches will come back once again. Maybe other teams are gonna come back as well, right?
We'll see.
We're gonna have to wait and see.
And you can definitely expect a little bit of casting from the Unsteady Boy right
Oh yeah,
there,
that's
man.
for sure. We will be
You
back.
know it. You know it already. And of course,
I-
like I wanted to say as well, like by the time we're gonna have the next CBR, there's gonna be plenty of time for Booming to show what they're made of in these months in between. So it's very likely that the next CBR is gonna be a really interesting one, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And by the way, Barracuda is cooking, I guess. He has a team in Aerial Cup registered as well.
Ooh.
Good names, but it's up to Barracuda. I hope he does a good job as a captain.
Mm-hmm. That's
I
gonna be
mean,
interesting.
if he does that, it's gonna be interesting as well. So we still have like 3-4 good teams in CB Rivals. But I hope he makes registers this team to CB Rivals as well, because I mean, names wise it's looking good. And I think let's see how they perform on Aerial Cup. But I mean, in my opinion, Viso series, top 2 contender already. But I mean, we just don't like to have that idea in our head. Like we just like to, okay.
Yeah, you want
see.
to remain the underdog a little bit, like make people at least underestimate
works.
you a little. Yeah.
And it works. It works a lot. We were underrated at so many series. We were underdog against Yabadi. We got a game from them. We were underrated. We were underdog against Nobice still. We forced them to the finals.
Yeah.
And then nice try. I mean, yeah, people were saying like, we are gonna defeat them, but it was still good. I mean,
It was really good. It was really good for sure. And
us being the underdogs always works for us.
Yeah.
I don't think we like to play when we have the advantage. I think we should be the underdog all the time, and then we can absolutely.
For now you are, but
They are-
I'm pretty sure that next season, of course, that's the other thing. Like what Ansedi said, like there are so many months now until the next one, and there's going to be so many events leading up to the next CB Rivals. We might be getting, so we're going to get Aerial Cup. We might be getting, it's just not your tournament. There might be some other stuff as well. We might get Nation Cup, and that gives so many teams time to like come back. There's also hopefully new, like old and new players going to come in after June. So there might be so many more new teams that maybe the YSO series is not second place anymore at that point, technically. But,
I hope so.
Yeah, it would be
I hope
nice,
so.
right? If more good teams join. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. I mean, more teams are always better. More teams are always better. I mean, I want to see more teams because someone has to fill the spot of no bitches that left. And I hope Barracuda can do it.
Yeah.
I really hope that.
Yeah, it would be good.
Because Legend did not end well. I feel sad for them sometimes.
Yeah, that could have been better for sure. And we're gonna get more NA teams as well. It's not a good thing, but yeah. But Legend was a sad story. That's for sure. I hope the players come back because they're all really good. So let's wait and see. All right, Fauss, we're gonna slowly close it out. We're reaching the hour here, so we're doing really well. I feel like there's so much more to talk about. Absolutely. But we're gonna have to wrap it up a little bit because you're gonna need some sleep at some point.
Yes.
And we are gonna have to make sure that we edit it like real fast because everybody's gotta hear about you, about the game, about the changes.
The legendary Fauss.
The legendary Fauss is gotta get his name out and his picture. We're gonna have
Like
to
I
use this
told you.
tons. Yeah.
Unsteady, like I told you. I mean, I said it before the podcast. I'll say it again. I mean, I don't know who told you that I'm a legend. I'm not.
I
I'm a
said it,
no-name.
man. I said it. You are a legend.
I'm a no-name, brother, and I want to stay that way. It makes me play better, and it makes me, shock people more in tournaments. It's better for
Bro,
me.
I just want to say like about you, like you've done such an amazing job at every CBR stream we had. You've been in the chat, you and all the WSS boys, showing a lot of love and keeping the vibe alive, man. So big ups to you and big thanks to the whole team, man. You guys made the whole experience
I
so
want
much
to
better.
And I'll promise to you, Fauss, that we'll always talk about YSO Series as being the underdog. Even if you're the clear favorite, I'll promise you here that we'll always say that YSO Series are the clear underdog in every single situation.
Yeah, and I want to big up Andrulban, Gris, Petbog, all the other team members, especially those big three. I mean, bro, Gris was the captain. Now he's the former captain. He's playing. Now Andruban is the new captain. Andruban did a great job, bro. Like it's being the team captain suits him pretty well. I mean, even as a captain in his first season, I mean, he took us to the third place. This is a pretty good achievement for him actually, and I'm proud of him. I mean, and I know he can do it better, and I know Isosiris can win if they work hard enough, and I think that they will. I hope they do.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait and see in the next season.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. Let's see. And
I
hope to see that.
Absolutely. All right, Fauss. Any other closing words before we close this one off?
Nothing.
You're all good there.
I had pretty much. I had fun during this episode. It was fun. The beginning was a little troll. I'm still thinking about that. It was funny. You know, you having to restart your computer is pretty funny. Like me and Unsteady were like, oh no, not again. His PC got benched this time.
Yep.
Oh, someone has to be on the bench.
Yeah, this time it was definitely me, but I was allowed to get back in by the coach, and he allowed me to play, so I'm happy. I was really happy. I didn't want to miss this, that's for sure. So Fauss, thank you so much for joining on the podcast. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, brother.
Hope to see you again, maybe in predictions for CB Rival Season 5 around August, September. Maybe. That would be nice. Instead, once again, another legend in the making. So thank you so much for joining again.
Thank you so much for inviting me over again, man. I really appreciate you all.
Absolutely.
By the way, I will definitely make a tier list before Season 5. Like, you always post the tier list stuff.
Absolutely, we'll do that again. And I'm expecting you there. And I'm expecting memes from you as well, and from the team. So we're expecting great things. But you'll always be my underdog. Trust me. You will always be my underdog.
Thanks.
Our
underdog.
Our underdog. Love.
That's better for us.
All right. With this, we're gonna close it off. Have fun, guys, with the off season. Make a lot of good transfers. Get your team together. Go to the Discord. Go to the website. Rewatch every single game and re-listen to every single podcast, and then you're pretty good to go. See ya.
Thanks. Good night.
Later.
Yeah. CB Rivals, CB Rivals, where warriors collide in the arena where rivalries reside. With every clash, we push beyond our bounds in a realm of competition. We're champions of crime.